Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah. This is another special edition of the program, The Message Online Television. This program, The Message, is usually a radio program, but unfortunately, 2 years now, we couldn't go on a radio program because of sponsorship. Alhamdulillah, we decided that this year's own will be on all the online television platforms. And today, usually we have start the program by 9 to 10 p.m. But unfortunately, due to some things, we couldn't go on immediately. And we sincerely apologize to our viewers out there. The program, the message, usually comes every month of Ramadan. And this year is not an exception, as I'm going to be your host on the program. Memuna Raji Igboho, along with my
You're not live.
sister here. But at the program will start without my co-presenter. Will you join us at the course of the program? You can sponsor this program. You can call us to sponsor this program, MSSN, the 5TV, and all our social media platforms that are going to be linking up with us at the course of the program. I have in the studio with me a learned personality, a professor, a sheikh, and of course, he is the chief imam of Federal University of Technology. None other person than Sheikh Bashir Ahmed Yoko. Assalamu alaikum, Madam Ramadan Mubarak to you.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته. يا الله bless. خير رمضان مبارك. بارك الله.
MashaAllah. Our viewers, this is the program, The Message. Don't forget, this program is sponsored by Muslim Society of Nigeria in collaboration with Lafai TV. And of course, all the televisions that are online, Kadara TV, Age TV, Haikuru TV, are going to be joining us at the course of our program. Madam, the time has been fast spent, as I earlier stated. We are going to be, we are expected to start the program 9 at dot, but unfortunately we couldn't do that. We apologize for keeping you to this time.
Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. It's worth it, inshallah.
MashaAllah. Madam, this is the first year of Ramadan. What is its significance?
Bismillah billahi tawfiq. A very important issue about Ramadan is that it is a unique opportunity. It's an opportunity that can hardly be compared with any other. A hadith was reported that the Prophet ﷺ said, between Ramadan and another Ramadan, is an opportunity that Allah widely receives. Between Ramadan and Ramadan. So if one is able to survive and live to see in between two Ramadans, he is expecting Allah to wipe away all his nonsense, minuses. At least this is a great opportunity. Our prayer is that we have now started Ramadan and all our sins have been wiped away. What is left is for us now to tighten up our belt so that we can come closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Another great and important thing about Ramadan is that the Prophet ﷺ says once the month of Ramadan comes, the gate of paradise is widely open. Widely open. The gate of hell are locked, while the devils are chained. And an announcer will be announcing and will be saying, Ya Baghi al Khair, action, action. Who is that person who wants to do good? This is the opportunity. Come forward and do good because it's acceptable. Ya Baghi al Shar, action. Who is that person that have the mind of committing evil? Hold on, this is not the time. It's the time that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive believers in huge number every day. this continued till the end of Ramadan. In one of the Prophet's sermon, when he was addressing the Muslims, he climbed the member. At the first step, he said, Ameen. The second step, he said, Ameen. The third step, he said, Ameen. The companions were worried. It's strange. And they asked the Prophet, what do you mean by saying Ameen, Ameen, Ameen? 3 times. He said, yes, it's an angel that appeared to me and said whenever he prayed, I should say Ameen. And one of the prayers is that whoever is opportune to witness Ramadan, and that person missed the opportunity of getting the forgiveness of Allah, then may he be taken away, far away from Ramadan. Because he has a very good, important opportunity for the Muslims. The second is the person that is able to meet his parents at old age and couldn't use that opportunity to earn paradise. This person is also a loser. And the third person is the person that hear the names of the Prophet being mentioned, and he refused to say Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So Ramadan is an opportunity for someone to earn the blessings of Allah. It's an opportunity for someone to come closer to Allah. It's an opportunity for someone's status to be elevated. It's an opportunity to join over 1 billion Muslims doing one single activity at the same time. You can hardly mention an activity in the world today where you can have over 1 billion doing the same thing at the same time. So joining this particular important event and activity is an opportunity and it's a great one. There are so many other benefits of this activity.
Exactly. My mother, just like what you have said, that having billions of people, that uniqueness for all around the world, over billion. The same time, you break your fast, the same time, you do your sahur, you break it, and then most of the things that you do is forgiveness, seeking forgiveness from Allah, not explain what is right. Now, what are those things? I will set some few things that we are expected to do during this month.
Alhamdulillah, the major activity within the month of Ramadan is to purify the soul, purification of the soul. So all those things that make the soul and the heart and the mind to be clean are promoted within the month of Ramadan. Of course, when we talk about Ramadan, we talk about fasting. What comes to our mind usually is abstaining, avoiding eating, drinking, and sexual satisfaction. These are physical needs that the individual is expected to abandon for the while. But far away from that alone, the Prophet was supposed to have said that من لم يدع قول الزور والعمل به فليس لله حاجة في أن يدع طعامه وشرابه. Whoever could not avoid telling lies, serving as a false witness, and all those kind of evil things, then Allah has no need that he just abandon food and drinks. Because abandoning the food and drink is to train the body to be able to acquire a very important thing that every human being needs, and that is taqwa. When Allah Ta'ala said in the glorious Quran, he said, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu kutiba alaykum as-siyamu kama kutiba ala alladhina min qablikum. He said, la'allakum tattaqun. The first thing is to make you to have taqwa. And taqwa, maybe one of these days, Umar asked you to explain taqwa. He said, have you ever passed through a narrow road that is full of thorns? And then you have to pass that narrow road. He said, yes. He said, how do you move along that road? Do you hurriedly move without? He said, no, I'm very careful. If I put one foot here before I put the next, I will look. He said, that is taqwa. Means taqwa is for you to be alert. It's for you to be very conscious. It's for you to be very careful. So a taqwa that is in Ramadan or in fasting is to train you to become a better person. It's to train you to be always very, very attentive, very, very focused whenever you are going to take a particular step in your life. And it is with this taqwa that you can live an exemplary life. Now, to be able to get to do that, apart from fasting, avoiding eating and drinking, there are two major activities again that the Muslims are known with every Ramadan. That is It'am al-Ta'am wa Qira'at al-Quran. It'am al-Ta'am, Qira'at al-Quran. Feeding, and then recitation of the Quran. Feeding others, feeding the needy. And that is why it may not be out of place to say the month of Ramadan is like the month of showing solidarity to the people that are passing through hunger. It's a month that every person should get something to eat. Feeding others, caring for others, sharing. And that is why at the end of Ramadan, every Muslim is expected to give us a zakat to show that the entire month has to do with solidarity with those people that are deprived, that are passing through different kinds of tests and trials in life. Then the other side is Qira'atul Quran, recitation of the glorious Quran. Recitation of the glorious Quran is to draw the spiritual part of the human being closer to Allah. Because, you know, like today, we talk about hunger, isn't it? There is hunger all around. But we said, this hunger, I mean, there are two types of hunger. There's a spiritual hunger and the physical hunger. The spiritual hunger is when the spiritual part of the human being is not well nourished. With sincerity, with fear of Allah, with honesty, with dedication. If the spiritual part of the human being is hungry, even if the physical is fed, that particular person cannot become better. Sometimes they can even become arrogant. They can go and commit crime. But if the spiritual side of the human being is well fed, is well nourished, then even if the food is not there, the person can still be responsible. And that is why we see some people who used to say that a hungry man is what? An angry man. Islam came to disprove that as a Muslim, if you are hungry, try to be kind, try to be patient, try to be lenient, try to care for others. So within that period that it seems you are hungry, you don't have food, you don't have this, but you are at the same time encouraged to be patient with others, to share with others, to commit yourself to Allah, to come closer in doing good things. So a hungry man shouldn't be an angry man. A hungry man should see that he's passing through a trial and test. Because if the spiritual side is not hungry, then it's well nourished. And you see in our country, Nigeria, for example, when you see that people will go and break a store and then go and stop a car or a lorry and then take because they are hungry, it's because the spiritual side is also hungry. Otherwise, they will not go and commit that crime. They will not go and commit that crime. And that is why our call to governments, to individuals, to this. Okay.
How do we nourish our spiritual hearts so that we will not
you will not be hungry there.
will not be hungry there.
Yes. Allah Ta'ala said in the glorious Quran, He said, Allah bi dhikrillah tatma'innul qulub. Listen, it is by the remembrance of Allah that the mind and the conscience, the heart will get comfort. Remembrance of Allah. By the time you remember Allah, you will love Allah. You come closer to Allah. You see the beauty in belief, the beauty in being a servant. By the time you see that, the spiritual side will be satisfied. So, and that is why you see some people that love Allah, they can be hungry, but you see them smiling. They can be hungry, but you see them showing care, concern. So the best way to feed that spiritual part of the human being is to nourish that side with azkar, recitation of Quran, extending hand of assistance to others. It was reported that the Prophet ﷺ used to be kind. In fact, there is no human being as kind as the Prophet. But once the Ramadan comes, his kindness will be just like breeze. Because within Ramadan, you are supposed to be extending hands of assistance, of care. That's what will nourish the spirit. With azkar, extending help to others. Rasulullah mentioned one of the things, he said, Allah kulli Muslim is sadaqah. Every Muslim, there's a duty on the Muslim to give out sadaqah. Every Muslim, including you and me and all those that are doing us. It is compulsory to give out sadaqah. The companions were concerned, say, okay, how about if I don't have the money?
Yes. How do I give?
Then the Prophet said, no. If you don't have the money, go and look for work to earn a living and then do something and give out as sadaqah. The companion said, how about if I can't get any job? It may not be easy. The Prophet said, still, you can look at someone that is battling with one problem or the other, that had it help you out of that problem. The companion still asked, how about if I cannot do that? The Prophet said, instruct people to do and stop them from doing this. They still ask, how about if you cannot do that? So the Prophet was explaining that there are various ways you can do sadaqah. He said, if you can't do anything, try to avoid causing harm to anybody. It's also sadaqah. So you see, it's so very beautiful. So it means within Ramadan, even if you can't do anything, don't cause harm to anybody within Ramadan. You get sadaqah. Don't cause pain to anybody. You get the reward of sadaqah. Don't make anybody to shed tears or cry. You get the reward of sadaqah.
Viewers, you can join us on the page or on our various social media handle, Kagara TV, Lapai TV, Baikoro TV, Ade TV. To watch us live or to hear Sheikh Ahmed Bashir Yankubu speak to us on this program, The Message. And of course, you can also call in to ask your question 081 348 32691. 081 348 32691. 081 348 32691. You can also drop your message, share, like, and comment on all the social media platforms, and we'll be there to read out all your messages as soon as you drop them. Don't forget, the number is 081 And let's see, before we ask Malam the next question, let's see what we have here. You can also drop your message, and we will be there to read your message. And Malam will also answer all your questions if you want, or if you have dropped any of your questions on all these social media platforms. Don't forget, the program is The Message on Lapai TV and of course MSS Niger or Baikoro TV, Kagara TV, and of course Agay TV. You can go there, drop your comment, share, like, and comment on our page. Madam, before we receive any of those messages, we are talking about how we are going to enrich our spiritual aspect of our path, and of course, how we are going to care for the needy. And so something just came up in my mind that a lot of people now even hardly have something to eat. And how do you give out to the needy? Because even the poorest of the poor and the society today, sometimes it is not really enough for you not to even give out to those people. What do you do?
Yes. You see, that's why the Prophet ﷺ said there are so many other avenues that you can follow in order to help another person. In fact, sometimes you may not need giving somebody material thing, but just encourage the person. Good words, smiles, all these are encouragement. Encourage others. And one thing about giving out is not how much that matters. The Prophet said, try to protect yourself against the punishment of hell, even if it is harm or death. So no matter how little you have, share it with others. It's the blessing of Allah that you get. You can give someone a little debt. You can give someone water to drink. You can share your food. It is the month of caring and sharing. Caring and sharing. Don't eat alone. The Prophet was quoted to have said, the food of one person can be enough for 2 people, and the food of 2 can be enough for 4. The food of 4 can be enough for 8. So the issue is that have that mindset and that kind of belief that whatever I have, I can share it with another person, and it can be blessed. I just remembered one incident that happened at the time of the Prophet. radiallahu anhu, was one of these days in the masjid, together with other companions that were poor. He was hungry. The Prophet passed by the masjid and saw them. He entered his house and he was given just a cup of milk. When Rasulullah collected that cup of milk, he sent for Abu Hurairah to come in. Abu Hurairah came in, and then Abu Hurairah saw that cup of milk, which is just very little. As he was hungry, his expectation is that the Prophet would give him that cup of milk to drink. But then the Prophet said to Abu Hurairah, go and call others. Go and call others in the masjid. He became worried that something that is small that may not be enough for him, but then he's asked to go and invite others. He went to the masjid and called them. When they came, the Prophet who was holding that milk gave Abu Hurairah and said, okay, give your colleagues to start drinking before you. You see, this is what we call ita. Try to give preference to some other person's need, even above yours. Even when you are in need. So Abu Hurairah had no option but to follow the instructions of the Prophet. He gave the other person. The person drank to his satisfaction and then gave the other person, he drank to his. That is how all of them drank to their satisfaction because of the blessings of the Prophet and that small quantity of milk. It came back. And Rasulullah said to Abu Hurairah, okay, it only remains me and you. Abu Hurairah, take to your satisfaction. He drank and drank and drank and drank to his faith, but still it remained. The message we are trying to draw here is that the blessing is what matters. It's not how much. So however little, you can still share with others.
I can now feel that even when I'm hungry, it tells that I should give the person that is even more hungrier than me before I can also taste something. Okay, viewers, this is the message on Lapai TV, and of course, you can view us on MSS Niger, Kagara TV, Again TV, and Pankoro TV. Don't forget, you can give us a call on the number 08134832691. Or you can drop your message. Madam, we have a first message here. This one is saying that, Madam, if I forgot to take my intention before the Sahur time, when is expected for me to do that?
Now, there are two things we need to consider during the month of Ramadan and intention. One, intention is not all about utterances. Intention is about resolving a resolution deep in your mind that this is what I'm going to do. So if you are able to get information that the next day is going to be Ramadan, and you are convinced this deep in you that that next day I'm going to commence my Ramadan,
so it's sad.
It's conviction.
You must not stay the way.
No. Once you are convinced that tomorrow is going to be the day I will start fasting, you have taken intention. But what scholars are saying is that if you slept off without that resolution deep in your mind, maybe you have not confirmed that you have decided, or you have not resolved that tomorrow is going to be fasting, then the al-fijr now comes before that resolution, then you don't have that day fasting. Because intention should be before the dawn. And don't say before sahur, because sahur usually is done before dawn. So just before the appearance of the person, you should have resolved that I'm going to fast. And then you can resolve that I'm going to fast for the entire month. Unless if there is a breakage in between because of one sickness or the other, then you can renew the intention for the other days that remain one after another. Otherwise, on the first day, you take intention for the other days.
Okay. But if you are sick and
you are sick and you pause, who does it? Yes, you are ill, you have to take another intention. Yes.
I think
our
viewers should
yes.
have more knowledge about this. So if I am ill now, let's assume I've taken my intention that I'm going to do 29 or 30 days of the month of Ramadan. And at the process of doing it, unfortunately, either I fell ill or maybe my monthly cycle came as a woman. Then What are you saying that we are expected
Yes.
to do?
Yes, what I'm saying is that you have to renew the intention.
Hmm.
Yes, you see, the Ramadan fasting is considered as one whole activity, one unbreakable
So
activity.
if there is
to
an
the end.
obstruction,
If there's an obstruction, then you have to make intention. Yes, you have to make intention to continue. It's very, very important to understand that.
Mm, yeah.
Yes.
So you have to take another
You have to take
intention.
another intention.
If maybe
Yes.
7 days my cycle ends,
And then you
that
say,
night I have to
take the
take the
intention
intention
that
that
I'm going to continue with my
continue
fast.
with my fast.
Yes.
Okay, and
Yes.
if I'm okay after my illness, I can still say, okay, I'm okay now.
Taking
Another intention to
that I'm going to
continue
that's
the
very
remaining
that's
fasting in the
yes.
month
If
of
you didn't take that
Ramadan.
intention, you are not continuing with the fasting.
If
And you have
when
to,
you have
yes,
done
yes,
it,
yes, yes. And you have
yes.
to take that intention before the appearance of the dawn. For example, you started maybe fasting, let's say on Monday you are fasting, Tuesday you are fasting, Wednesday you are fasting, then Thursday you fell sick.
Mm.
And then you couldn't fast on Thursday, the same thing maybe Friday, then Saturday you became well. So you now have to take the intention that on Sunday I'm going to continue with my fasting. But if you didn't take any intention, then you wake up in the morning on Sunday, you don't have the fasting of that day.
Okay, thank you so much. You can be part of us by dropping your message. I'm going to be taking the last message, and then we call it a wrap because our time has been spent on this program. Madam, the question is that if, for example, um, I am pregnant and I that if, for example, I'm pregnant and if I can fast, can I continue my fast? But then sometimes she said, like today, I was so weak that I couldn't do anything. Would that affect my fast, or should I drop the fast so that I can be able to do some part of ibadat during the day?
You see, one thing is that Ramadan is not a punishment. When Allah Ta'ala says, "Kutiba alaykum as-siyam kama kutiba ala alladhina min qablikum la'allakum tattaqun," say, "Wa man kana minkum maridan aw ala safarin fa iddatun min ayyamin." Whoever is sick who is on a journey, you can suspend that fasting and do it at other days. Then another place he said, Allah does not intend difficulties for you. Allah intends ease for you, never intends difficulties. So Ramadan fasting is not a punishment. But then there is one notion that we need to clear. You see, pregnancy is not an excuse not to fast. Breastfeeding is not an excuse not to fast. But if there is, that's condition. If there is a sort of a problem that will arise as a result of that fasting, then that is when a pregnant woman or a breastfeeding woman will be asked to now suspend the fasting. So by default, a pregnant woman or a breastfeeding woman is fasting. By default, she is fasting. But if there is a fear of a problem that will come, sickness, then she is now exempted. Our scholars will now say, if it is pregnancy, then she is counted among the sick because the problem is deep in her.
Because the baby will eat, and if they eat out the baby,
No. You see, just as you mentioned, she says she can fast.
Hmm.
Yeah, we are different. Do you get the point? So don't just assume because someone is pregnant, then automatically she cannot fast. No, she is pregnant, but will there be a problem if she fasts? That's what you know. Sometimes there might not be. I hope you get the point. So if there is not going to be any problem, she should go ahead and fast. But if it's going to cause a problem to her, then that is sickness. And now because she is sick, she suspended fasting. After the fasting, she will pay one. She has to repay, yes.
I thought there are.
Yes, there are opinions. I'm telling you, this is what our scholars says. And this is what our scholars says. Yes, there are opinions. But I'm telling you, this is what our scholars says. That yes, a pregnant woman is a sick person. And Allah says whoever is sick should make the fasting later. Then a breastfeeding woman, that one, she is now given the option. She will repay the fasting and then feed another person. Feed it. Why is she to feed? It's because she is saving another life, not herself. Because the baby is a separate entity. Do you get that? She is on her own. But without sucking that baby, the baby will suffer, not her. So to save that life, that is why she now feeds another. So, as I said, there are opinions. But the opinion of our scholars here, and which myself I'm convinced of that opinion, is that the two of them are to be at the time that they are okay.
Thank you so much, Malan. And this is where we are going to be calling this program a wrap today. Unfortunately, my co-presenter couldn't join. I believe by tomorrow, inshallah, he's going to be joining us, Ahmad Isa Sahib. And this is the message, the program that is coming to you live on Lapai TV, Kagara TV, Age TV, Paikoro TV. And of course, you can also view us on MSS Niger. This program is hugely supported by MSS Niger and of course Lafayette TV for more sponsorship on this program so that we can continue with the program tomorrow, next tomorrow, and for the rest of the month of Ramadan. Please, you can call us to sponsor the program. Don't forget, it is the program, the message on all the online social media platforms. Our doors are also open for all that want to support the program or other online social media platforms that want to join this program. Of course, the reward is not limited to only one person. All of us can also earn this reward by supporting this program on the page, the message. Yes, this is where I said we are going to be stopping. I want to sincerely appreciate um, Sheikh Dr. Prof. Prof. Dr.
You are praying for that prophet. So we pray it comes.
Inshallah, Dr. Bashir Ahmed Yankubu, the Chief Imam of Federal University of Technology. It's been wonderful having you on the program, The Message. And of course, I myself have added to my knowledge today, and I'll be going out there to convince other people that this is what I have learned today. Jazakumullahu khairan, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward you and increase your knowledge.
Amen.
And of course, my brothers that are behind the camera, thank you so much for the Shahid and other brothers that are also behind the camera. Thank you so much.